If guns had a final boss, the Desert Eagle .50 Action Express would be it. Unlike most handguns that use a simple recoil system where the barrel and slide move back together, the Deagle is gas-operated. It uses a tiny hole in the barrel to bleed off combustion gases, driving a piston that cycles a rotating bolt, a mechanism almost identical to an M16 rifle. This complexity is necessary because the .50 caliber round it fires is essentially a flying brick of lead, generating over 1,500 foot-pounds of energy. That is more than double the power of a .44 Magnum. It's heavy, weighing over 4 pounds empty, and loud enough to ring your ears through double protection. While it's mostly a Hollywood star seen in every action flick since the 80s, its psychological impact is unmatched. It's too bulky for a standard soldier. But in a survival or stop-anything-now scenario, the conversation is already over. Moving to the right, we trade the semi-auto for a classic revolver, the Smith & Wesson Model 500. This 5-shot beast is a piece of handheld artillery, specifically designed to be the most powerful production handgun on the planet. It was built for survival hunters, people who trek into the deep Alaskan wilderness and might find themselves face to face with a 1,000-pound grizzly bear. The muzzle energy produced by the .500 Smith & Wesson Magnum round is so violent that the recoil can actually cause physical injury to your wrists or face if you aren't prepared for the kick. Because of its massive X-frame, the gun features a heavy compensator at the end of the barrel to vent gases upward, helping to keep the muzzle from hitting the shooter's forehead. It's a specialized tool that proves sometimes. One well-placed shot is all you'll ever need to stop the world's largest predators. Next is the Glock 18. At first glance, it looks like a standard police sidearm, but that little switch on the back of the slide changes everything. This is a machine pistol capable of a staggering rate of fire, about 1,200 rounds per minute. That means it can empty a 33-round extended magazine in roughly 1.5 seconds. Because the gun is made largely of lightweight polymer and lacks any heavy counter-recoil systems, it is notoriously difficult to control. Without a shoulder stock, the muzzle wants to climb straight toward the sky the moment you pull the trigger. For this reason, it is strictly reserved for elite counter-terror units and VIP protection details who need to create a wall of lead to suppress an enemy in a split second. It's a pocket-sized submachine gun that requires world-class training to tame. Closing out the top row is the Glock 19. If the Desert Eagle is a supercar, the Glock 19 is a high-performance pickup truck. It is often called the Goldilocks of guns because it's not too big for concealed carry, yet not too small for duty use. Since its introduction in 1988, it has become the most widely used sidearm for undercover officers, special operations forces like the Navy SEALs, and millions of civilians for self-defense. Its reputation comes from its legendary reliability. You can drop it in the mud, freeze it in ice, or bury it in sand, and it will still go bang every time you pull the trigger. With a standard 15-round capacity and a simple 3-safety safe action system, it remains the global benchmark for what a modern combat handgun should be. Dropping to the bottom row, we have the new face of the American military, the Sig Sauer M17. In 2017, it won the contract of the century, replacing the Beretta M9 after 3 decades of service. The M17's true lethality comes from its modularity. The gun is actually a small stainless steel fire control unit inside the frame, which can be removed and placed into different sized grips to fit any soldier's hand perfectly. It's optics ready, meaning soldiers can easily mount red dot sights for faster target acquisition, and it features a specialized PVD coating to resist the harsh sands of desert combat. When an entire global superpower switches its primary sidearm, it's a clear signal that the weapon has reached the absolute peak of modern polymer technology and reliability. Beside it sits the quiet giant, the Heckler & Koch MK23. In the early 90s, the U.S. Special Operations Command issued a challenge: create an offensive handgun, a pistol meant to be a primary weapon for high-risk infiltrations. HK responded with a weapon almost as large as a Desert Eagle, but with the precision of a match-grade sniper rifle. It was famously tested to survive tens of thousands of rounds in the harshest saltwater environments, functioning perfectly even after being frozen at -25 degrees or dragged through thick mud. It comes factory equipped with a threaded barrel for a suppressor and a rail for early laser aiming modules. It's often jokingly called a crew-served pistol because of its sheer size. But for a Navy SEAL in a maritime environment, there is no more reliable tool in the world. Next is the Beretta M93R, or the Raffica. Developed during the years of lead in Italy for VIP bodyguards and anti-terrorist units, it provides the firepower of a submachine gun in a package that still fits in a standard hip holster. Unlike the Glock 18, which is fully automatic, the M93R features a controlled 3-round burst setting. This makes it significantly more accurate, as the shooter doesn't have to fight the recoil of a continuous stream of fire. It features a unique fold-down forward grip and an optional quick-attach shoulder stock to help the operator stay on target. It's a rare, refined Italian masterpiece designed for the high-stakes world of executive protection, where being outgunned is not an option. The final pillar of the original lineup is the Beretta M9. For anyone who served in the US military between 1985 and 2017, this all-metal classic is the definitive combat tool. Based on the Italian Beretta 92 FS, it features an open slide design, which helps prevent jamming because the spent shell casings have plenty of room to eject. While it's currently being phased out by the polymer M17, its legacy is set in stone. It served through the Gulf War, the invasion of Iraq, and the mountains of Afghanistan. Its heavy steel frame helps soak up recoil, making it a very soft-shooting and accurate pistol. It's an icon of 20th century warfare that earned its spot in the Hall of Fame through decades of proven service in the world's most intense conflicts. Expanding the arsenal, we look at the Magnum Research BFR, which stands for Big Fine Revolver. While other revolvers are built for handgun rounds, the BFR is a massive, single-action stainless steel beast built to chamber actual rifle cartridges like the .45-70 Government, a round traditionally used for hunting buffalo. This is not a weapon for self-defense. It is a precision instrument for long-range handgun hunting. Because of its incredible barrel length and weight, it can effectively take down large game at distances where most pistols would be useless. It produces a muzzle blast and a flash so intense it can be seen from hundreds of yards away, essentially functioning as a pocket-sized cannon for those who find the .500 Magnum just a bit too tame. Then we have the FN57. This Belgian pistol was engineered specifically to solve the problem of modern body armor. Standard 9mm rounds are great at stopping unarmored targets, but they struggle to punch through Kevlar. The 5.7 uses a unique, high-velocity 5.7 by 28mm round that looks like a miniature rifle cartridge. It travels at nearly 2,000 feet per second, allowing it to zip through tactical vests like they were made of paper. Because the rounds are so slim, the magazine can hold a staggering 20 rounds without sticking out of the bottom of the grip. It's a high-capacity, low-recoil, armor-piercing specialist that has become a favorite for Secret Service agents and specialized military units worldwide.